If you're worried that your posture is getting worse with age, then in today's video, I'm going to show you one simple tip to help you improve it. If you don't know who I am, my name is Harlow and I'm the Over-Fifties specialist physio here at HT Physio in Farnham. And in today's video, I'm going to show you one simple tip to transform your posture. Now, postural problems are super common, especially for people over the age of 50. I help people with their postural issues every single day at the practice here and on my YouTube channel. But there's one really common thing that affects posture. And not only can it make people look different, usually not for the better, it can also cause pain. It causes neck problems, shoulder problems, and it can even cause problems lower down in the spine as well. So I'm going to show you exactly what that problem is and how to fix it in just a moment. Before I show you it, I just want to let you know that the tips in this video are not going to be suitable for everyone. Make sure you get checked out by your doctor before you give them a try. If they cause you pain, just avoid them and don't do them against the advice of a healthcare professional. Anyway, let's have a look at the tip now. I'll show you what the problem is and how to fix it. So the vital tip I've got for you today to transform your posture is to pay more attention to the position of your head on top of your shoulders. So in today's video, I'm going to show you two positions. One is bad, one is good. We're going to discuss the differences between them. Then I'm going to give you 3 exercises to help you improve the position of your head on your shoulders and transform your posture over time. So this is the first posture I wanted to show you. What do you think of it? It's not fantastic, is it? My chin is way out in front of my chest and my head is probably 6 inches in front of my shoulders. We call this a chin poking posture and I see it all the time in the clinic. It's usually there as a result of either poor habits causing bad posture or arthritis or a combination of both things together. Now the problem with this posture is that you're going to get a lot of compression on the facet joints at the back of the neck. If we sit up like this, the facet joints are open, and if we go into this chin poking posture, they close down and the bones in the neck come together. So even if you don't have very bad arthritis in your neck, you'll get a compressive effect on your joints, and it's going to probably cause neck pain and may even speed up arthritis. Now the other problem with this posture is that these muscles underneath the chin, called the deep neck flexors, are lengthened and switched off. And that means that the only thing controlling my head, which is a lot heavier in comparison to my neck muscles than really it should be from an anatomical perspective, the only thing controlling my head is now these muscles here, the upper traps and the scalenes. So they're responsible now for stopping my heavy head from dropping forward. And the problem with this is they are not designed to do that job. So if they're forced to do it, they're going to do it okay for a couple of weeks or maybe a few months, and then they're going to develop problems. They're going to get knots, they're going to get pain, they're going to get tight, and that's going to cause a lot of discomfort in my neck. So that's the first posture, and this is what we want to try and avoid. Now contrast that with the second posture, which is this, okay? And if you can look at where my head is now in relation to my shoulders, my head is almost directly on top of my shoulders. You can see I've naturally brought my spine up and my chin is in. It doesn't look unnatural. It looks like I'm sitting just as I naturally would, but this is the ideal posture for preventing neck pain, particularly for people who are going to be sitting at a desk for a very long time. Now, if we go back through that checklist, the bones in my spine are now lengthened and separated, so the facet joints are not compressed together. My deep neck flexor muscles underneath my chin are engaged to pull my chin in, and that means my upper trapezius and my scalene muscles can switch off. They don't need to do the job of controlling the head, almost like a pulley system. They can stop doing that job, they can switch off, and the knots and the pain in these areas will start to resolve. So now we know that we don't want to be in a chin poking posture, we want to be in a more upright, head stacked on top of shoulders position. How do we get there? Well, the answer is we've got 3 exercises to help us do that, and I'm going to show you what they are right now. Now, to retrain this posture, what we need to do is strengthen the deep neck flexors. They're tiny little muscles that live under the chin, and when they contract, they pull the chin in and they bring the head on top of the shoulders. So the first exercise we're going to do is called chin tucks, and this is the most simple version of the exercises we're going to do. So I would have you sit up tall, going to take 2 fingers and just pop them on your chin. Keep your eyes level and use your fingers to guide your chin in as if you're making a double chin. Now we're not going to go 100% of the way back because that is going to impinge the vocal cords and start to bring in muscles we don't want to use. We're just going to go 50% of the way back and hold for 5 seconds. Then you're going to relax back to normal. And again, we pull in and hold and back to normal. And once you've got a feel for not allowing your chin to drop down, that's what the fingers are there for really, is to stop the chin from going down. You can take your fingers off if you wish, and you can just do the exercise in a comfortable sitting position. Now this is actually an ideal exercise to do in the car. You can push your head into the backrest if you feel that that helps. And you should, after a while, feel that you get a little bit of a working ache underneath the chin. Many people doing this, if they have a poor posture, they also feel a bit of an ache at the back of the neck. That's not necessarily a bad thing because that can usually be the facet joints opening up. If they're not used to being opened up, they're going to be stiff and the neck is going to initially complain about it. So if you feel it at the back of the neck, that doesn't necessarily mean you're doing it wrong. It might just mean you're not used to the movement. So again, it's a chin tuck, hold for 5, and then relax. Now what I often do with my clients is I get them to do the slow version like this. And then if they want a different challenge, we can also get them doing it a bit quicker. So you're almost like a chicken coming forward and back and forward and back and forward and back, doing it a bit quicker. So 1 second in, 1 second out. That looks a bit sillier, but it's something else that can help to strengthen the deep neck flexors. So once you've done that and you're quite happy with that movement, you can move on to the next stage. And for this stage, we need a resistance band. I've got one down here. And we're going to do exactly the same thing, but we're going to do it against resistance. So you're going to take your band, you're going to have it nice and flat. So you've got a flat edge going over the back of your head like this, holding it with both hands. You want to pull it reasonably tight, but not tight enough to pull your head down. And then we're going to repeat the exercise into the band. So we go from here to here, 50% of the way back, making that double chin, not allowing the eyes to drop down. Your eyes should stay level throughout the movement. And we're just going to come back, hold for a few seconds, and relax. Now your hands are not moving, so I'm not pulling my hands forward. They're staying at the same position throughout. And then relax and back. And after a set of 10 of these, you're going to start to feel probably a bit of a working ache underneath your chin. And then you're going to keep repeating this probably 10 or 15 times in a row. Several times a day is a really good level of volume to try and achieve. If you can do that each day, you'll find that you'll naturally be more chin tucked when you move around. Not enough to give you a double chin, so don't worry about that, but it is enough to improve that position of your head on top of your shoulders. So the final thing we're going to do here is bring our chin tucks to the next level. And for this, we need a wall behind us. So what I'm doing here is standing with my back against the wall. You can't see, but my feet are away from the wall. So I'm leaning back against it, my bottom and my shoulders, and now my head are on the wall. Now, if you can't get your head back to touch the wall, stick with the first 2 exercises until you can. But for those who can get their head on the wall like this, we want to start with a relaxed posture, eyes facing forward, head, shoulders, and hips on the wall. And all we're going to do with this is we're going to imagine we got a string attached to the top of our head, and we're going to pull the string upwards and slide the head up the wall. And as we go up, you should notice that your chin is tucked in. Hold for a couple of seconds and then relax back down. So this is actually more of a nodding movement than the chin tucks we did in the chair. Again, we're going to slide the back of the head up. Now you can see here my head's not allowed to leave the wall. This is more challenging than it looks. And you might find that you get muscles in your back and your shoulders and everything trying to help. What we want to do is keep a relaxed posture so those muscles do as little as possible, because we want all of the work to be happening underneath here in the chin. If you can't feel it in the right place, you just need to work on relaxing the shoulders, keeping everything relaxed, keep those shoulders down, and then slide upwards. It takes quite a bit of mental energy to do this because your body's so used to using different muscles, the ones that it wasn't designed to use, that it wants to keep using those muscles and it wants to fight against your attempts to do otherwise. So you need to give it some mental attention. Try and pay attention to what's happening underneath here and visually engage these little muscles pulling in to pull your chin in and hold. Now for many people, they only need to do 5 or 6 of these in a row, and if they do any more than that, they start to feel too much activity elsewhere in the body. So I'd recommend you stop there, come back to it a couple of times a day, and over time you will notice that your posture improves as a result. So one more time, head, shoulders and hips on the wall. We're just going to slide the head up the wall as if someone's pulling a string. Activate these muscles, hold for a couple of seconds, and then relax. Job done. A few of those every day is going to make a big difference to your posture. So that's my one simple tip to help you transform your posture. I hope you found this video useful. If you have, do drop a comment below, share it with your friends, and let us know, of course, how you got on. And if you want to get more from me, you can pick up a copy of my book. It's called Thriving Beyond 50, and it's got loads more advice in there about how to improve your posture. You can find it on Amazon using the link below this video. Anyway, thanks so much for watching. I appreciate your time, and I'll see you on the next one.